Good morning, beautiful humans. It is Lucy. I wanted to make a quick video on what I do as both an OnlyFans creator and a nurse for financial advice. Yay! Because when you are doing both, it is very lucrative, and sometimes you come into a lot of money very quickly and don't know what to do with it. And I've seen it over and over again where a lot of creators don't know what to do with their money and they blow it. Yeah. And so I'm just here. This is a disclaimer. I am not a certified financial advisor or anything like that. I am just going through things that I have done in my own personal life that if you are lost and need help with financials. Yes. So welcome to my financial advising channel. The first thing I did was I hired a CPA and a financial advisor. That was the number one thing, because the first year of doing OnlyFans, I had no idea how taxes worked. I got hit with this big tax bill and I didn't know what to do. So step one, hire a CPA and a financial advisor. So my CPA, he is freaking amazing. He actually just sold his company. So my new CPA, he's just as amazing. If you need a referral, I'll send the link below. He specifically works with OnlyFans creators. So there is no shame. There is no like beating around the bush with him. He is just straight up. He knows exactly what's going on. He's amazing. He does more than just being a CPA. He has set up my LLC for me. He's done all my business paperwork. He does my bookkeeping. He's more than just the person that files the taxes. So I love it. Number two is I got a financial advisor. I started coming into a lot of money really quickly. I didn't know what to do with it, and I knew the best thing was to not just have it sit around. So I hired a financial advisor. I had a meeting with him. We set up a bunch of stuff, which I'll go over in a second here. I just want my money to work for me in the end of the day, right? So with my financial advisor, you should talk about retirement plans. So there are different types of retirement plans that you can do, and I suggest if you can do them all, do them all. So first thing I did was, because I worked as a staff nurse, I had a 401k that was a 1-to-1 match. If you don't know what that is, it's a retirement fund that you have with your company, and then typically, depending on the employee or employer, they will 1-to-1 match, meaning if you put $1 into your 401k, they will also match $1. That's like free money. If you have that with your employer, please set that up, because that is just free money handout. So I have a 401k, and 401ks are taxed later. So when you pull the money out when you're older, you will be taxed on that money. So 401k. The second one is a Roth IRA. That is a retirement fund where you pay taxes now, and they're taxable now, but they are not taxed later. So when you pull out the money later, you don't pay taxes on them, which is great, because we don't know what the future is going to look like. We don't know what taxes are going to look like in like 50 years from now. Not sure, right? So Roth IRAs are a great retirement option. You know, the max for a Roth IRA is about $7,000, I think, a year. So try to max it out if you can. If not, just do your best. And then if you make over $150,000 a year, you will have to do a backdoor Roth. Now, I can't give you too many details about the backdoor Roth. I've talked to my financial advisor about it, and I just trust him. But basically, it's when you make too much money to do a Roth IRA, there's a thing you have to do where it's a backdoor Roth IRA. I don't know all the exact details, but you might want to ask a financial advisor about that, or do your own research. Ask ChatGPT. Okay, and then last I have an SEP, which is a retirement fund for self-employed individuals. This SEP, I work closely with my CPA to know how much to contribute to the SEP, because it does affect how much you owe in taxes at the end of the year. I think it gives you a tax break, if I'm correct. And so the max you can contribute is $70,000 to your SEP. But talk to your CPA about how much to contribute to the SEP. I had to do some research. SEP, you are taxed later, not now. So tax deferred. See, this is why I'm not an official financial advisor. I'm just giving you advice of what I've done to get ahead in life. The third thing, financial advisors, when you sign up with them, they typically will try to sell you some kind of life insurance package. Do not make the mistake I did. Do your research before you get locked into a life insurance plan. Not saying that it's a bad option, but because I don't have kids at this moment, like there's nothing, like if you have a full family, maybe this life insurance would be great for you. But there's different kinds of life insurance. Just do your research. There's term versus whole versus like IUL, all this kind of stuff. That is one thing that you just have to be aware of, because I think each financial advisor is going to try to sell you some kind of life insurance package. And I'm not saying it's a bad idea, because I have a whole life insurance policy, but like I wish I did a little bit more research before I opened the policy. And make sure your financial advisor is a fiduciary. That means that they are legally entitled to give you the best advice, or advice in your favor. They are legally responsible to help you in the best way they can. So just make sure that you find a good financial advisor. My advisor is from Northwest Mutual. I like it because he's a friend of a friend, close to home, Ohana, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, so another thing is to open up a high yield savings account. Because your money sitting in your bank, whether it's Bank of America, Chase, whatever it is, it doesn't matter what bank it is, it's not going to grow. It's just sitting there. Your money is just sitting there. Kind of just like an old man sitting in a chair doing nothing but dying. That was morbid. So yeah. High yield savings accounts. So for high yield savings accounts, I use SoFi. It was the best option at the time when I first opened the account. I don't know if it's still the best option. I just kind of continue using it because I use it as a bank also. You're able to get a debit card with it, a credit card, and you're also able to open an investment account under them, kind of like Robinhood, if you know what that is. The APY used to be 5%. Right now it's 3.8%. So you know, that's the thing too, is that the APY can always change throughout the course that you have your high yield savings account. That basically just means you will be making 5% of how much you have in that account. Like they pay you interest on it, which is great. That's better than having it sit in a bank account that doesn't pay you any interest, and if there is interest, it's like 0.01% or something like that. So I would say do your research on a high yield savings account. Just do anything to have your money grow, basically. I will send my link below for SoFi, but I do encourage you to do your own research on high yield savings account, because again, when I first signed up with SoFi, it was 5%, and that was the best option I had at the time when I was doing research. So yeah, SoFi is great. Last, also, this, I should have mentioned this with the financial advisor thing, but also talk to them about opening an investment portfolio, because compound interest is your best friend. Take advantage of it while you're still young, if you're still young, and even if you're old, even if you were like in your later 50s, 60s, that's not old, I'm sorry if that offended you, 60s, 70s, whatever, just investment accounts. Put your money away and have it grow. It's like guaranteed growth, even with the market going up and down on the daily or even for the year. But after 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, it's still gonna grow. It's gonna grow. I mean, of course, your financial advisor will tell you, like if they think you need to pull it out in cash, say you have a big purchase coming up, like buying a house or whatever it is, they will help you through that. But if your money is just sitting in a bank, put it in an investment account. Oh. Okay. Let's see, what other advice can I give you for now? Oh, if you're an OnlyFans creator, girl, save your money for taxes. Oh, that should have been a video itself. Save your money for taxes, because you have to pay taxes. Everyone hates paying taxes, but the more you pay in taxes, that also means you're making more money. That's what my CPA told me, which is true, because like I hated seeing that dreaded tax bill. But pay your taxes. Save your money for taxes. So what you earn on OnlyFans, depending on your tax bracket, you owe taxes at the end of the year. And if you don't pay your taxes, you can get in big trouble with the IRS. And then you're gonna owe a shit ton of taxes later. You don't want that. Trust me, you don't want that. My CPA was telling me a story about other creators he's worked with that ended up not saving any money for taxes, avoided the taxes, and then bought like multiple $1 million houses and then had to sell them all just to pay back taxes. So just stay ahead of the game. Just set aside a certain amount for taxes, and if anything, pay your taxes quarterly so you don't get hit with a big tax bill at the end of the year. I have my CPA handle all the taxes. He's great, but I always make sure to have money set aside for taxes. Yay. Yeah, I mean, my taxes can be a little confusing too, because I was under a W-2 with my staff nurse. I'm also on a 1099 now as a travel nurse, so I can get into that into a different video, because right now we're talking about more of the OnlyFans creator side. This applies to anyone. All this financial advice actually applies to anyone with money. But for OnlyFans creators, make sure you have money set aside for taxes, girl. Or guy, whoever you are, make sure you set aside money for taxes. The other thing that it should be kind of a good thing for you is look up what you can write off for taxes. So as like an entrepreneur, first of all, make an LLC out of your business, meaning that you, and with that LLC, what I did was I opened a separate business account with a business credit card. So this separate account I do not touch unless it is for the business. Business meaning OnlyFans creator. So write-offs, we can talk about write-offs. And I want anyone who is an accountant to correct me if I'm wrong, but I got this information from my CPA, and so tell me if I am making any mistakes here in saying this, but write-offs as an OnlyFans creator, you are the commodity. So anything that applies to you and your content that does equal profit will be a write-off. So my CPA said anything from getting your hair done, getting your lashes done, getting your nails done. I don't get my nails done because I'm a nurse. I'm not allowed to poo-poo. I wish I could. I got ugly fingers. Write-offs. Going to the gym as your gym membership, write-off. Anything that you do for travel for content. You go get an Airbnb in Miami with some girls, write-off. Plane ticket, write-off. Okay? Just be careful when it comes to, like, there's like obviously a fine line between things. Don't overdo it. Don't write off every single meal that you eat out and stuff. Like if you have a collab with someone or whatever, you have to travel for work, write off, you know, just like use it like cautiously is what I'm saying. But just be aware of the write-offs. Also, OnlyFans takes 20% of your gross income. That is also a write-off. If you buy any equipment for your content, like this camera, this light, or a laptop, or cell service, or Wi-Fi, that is a write-off. Now, I'm not gonna go into any more detail about more write-offs. Just talk to your CPA about what is like, I guess, a write-off or not. But just to give you some perspective, put that all on your business bank card, whether it's a credit card or debit card, and just it'll keep track of all of it for you. Okay? So then you don't have to do bookkeeping at the end of the year, and then it makes it a lot easier for your CPA to pay your taxes. So that is another thing that I have done that has helped me so much. Just stay on top of everything and not be in debt, which is wonderful. I think that, like, do I have anything else to say to you today? You know what? I think for now that concludes this video. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any comments, questions, or things that I have botched or butchered. Please comment below. Anyways, y'all have a good, wonderful morning. I need to go unpack my house because I just moved here for my new contract. So thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. Is that how YouTubers say it? Fuck, I am so new to this. This is so funny. Anyways, have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.